So I've had a couple people ask how to create titles and move the text around using the motion keys or motion keyframes. So I am going to show you real quick how to do that. So here we go, opening up Premiere Pro, and just gonna make some changes to the appearance here, just because I do. So first off, File, New, and Sequence. You won't have to do this for the most part because you're already in a sequence. Creating titles will be the name of this sequence. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Title, New Title, and you have Still, Roll, and Crawl. And I'm going to use Still for this one and call it How Does This Work? Now I always name the name of the title what's in the title, just because I find it to be easier. And it also allows me to be lazy in that I can just copy that and then click here, make sure that this T is selected, and then Control V to paste it, and voila. Now, a lot of things you can do here. As long as your title stays inside this white line here, inside the title safe, you're going to be fine. Now, down here below, Adobe has given you some preset titles, and for this one I'm going to use this. Now your title needs to be big and thick, not thin. Thin's hard to read in video, especially if it's moving. So I got it set how I want it. It's out and bright, so I'm going to click this red X. Now nothing has happened over here, but if you go into your project window, you see How Does This Work title. Click and drag it in just like it's a video. Now more than likely you're going to put your title over a video. So let me go find one of those by double clicking and go to desktop, and here's a coach's show that we've shot previously. So click there. I'm going to mute the coach's show, and I'm going to click here, go to motion, and scale it down so it fits into the screen better, and clip forward to where they're actually talking a little bit, and Coach Star looks happy. So I'm going to just click here. How does this work? Boom, you see that it shows up over that. Want to create a new title? Go to Title, New, Default Still, or let's do a crawl. Title, New, Crawl. This is working, right? So again, name it what I'm going to put in the title. Control C to copy it. Now, what you have here is this preview is showing what is where your playhead is. So you see where the playhead is? It's right over the title. If I move that off, you see that it goes away here. A lot of people get freaked out by that. Don't be. This is just to help you see how your title is going to look on the current frame of the video. So for this one, I'm going to do the same thing and bring the font size down a little bit and center it up. And I need to bring it down a little bit more. Center it up. Okay, so now I have, this is working, right? Now, to make it longer, unlike a video where you can't just reach and stretch, just like a picture though, you can click and drag. So now it works, but I need to set the crawl speed. Or did I do it? Did I do crawl? Either way, you see how that works. There we go. I want to put that back to, there we go. So that's how you create the titles. Now, to animate them, to make them come on and off the screen, this is the same for titles, for pictures, for video, any of that stuff. If you go to motion, and I'm going to use this one right here, the How Does This Work? I'm going to go to motion, and you see position and scale. And remember, scale is how big the file is. So if I'm going to go to 0, it's 0% scale. 100, it's fully scaled. So what you do is you can do it one of two ways. I like to do it, think of it like a map. So I'm going to set my position and my scale keyframes. When I click right there, it's creating what's called keyframes. You see half of the square there. So I'm going to pull this. It's going to come from the top. Now what I've done is I've clicked on this number here, and I'm pulling down, and then scale is going to be 0. So now I'm going to go forward in time a little bit. I'm going to bring my scale back to 100, and then this back to 360. So now what's going to happen is, over this time period here, the words are going to come in and get larger. See how that works? Kind of gives it a swinging in look, if that makes sense. So this is what it looks like at real speed. And then at the end, it goes away. So think about your keyframes as spots on a map, and if you want to make it animate away, so you move forward, and if you click these two little diamonds here, it says, hey, over this time period, I want this to stay the same. And then go to here, and put this back up here, and this back to 0. So now it will animate on, stay there for a bit, and animate off. So keyframes are like spots on a map. You say at this time I want to be here, at this time I want to be here, at this time I want to be here, and at this time I want to be here. And you tell it to do that. Now, one of the things that are tripping people up is if you click here and you start making changes, you're not going to see those changes because your playhead is right here. Okay? So enjoy that. Thank you guys for watching, and let's go make some awesome.